Hey, it's Adam with Daros Media. Today with another Google Ads breakdown. I'm still in the San Diego area. This is Tarpy Heating, Air, and Plumbing. They're a contractor that does heating, air, and plumbing out of the San Diego area. And they're advertising for ductless heating and cooling. So you can see here the keyword is ductless heating and cooling. And their ad doesn't really match what they're advertising for. So the first tip we'd give them is to match the ad with the keyword that you're advertising for. It doesn't look like they actually intended to advertise for this specific keyword. So keyword pruning is probably going to be a big one. That'd be tip number 2 is keyword pruning. Keyword pruning takes out all the search terms that you don't mean to bid on, including, you include them in a negative keyword list, and then over time you still exclude search terms and include them inside negative keywords that you don't want to bid on, and leave them ones you do. So from September, one of our contractor case studies, and this is just the most egregious case study, the best one that we have so far. But every month we have case studies every single month about stuff like this happening. So this contractor spent $2,300 in Google Ads, got back $91,000, and I say the case study all the time because it's a little bit of money, made about $100,000 back, and it's almost a 50x return. So I think it's about 39x return. And we've gotten more than that, but this is just, the smallest amount they could possibly spend on Google Ads, got back, they kept the crew busy for a month. So it's important to take out keywords that are not important to your campaign, leaving ones that are. Now, your advertising is running to your homepage, which is never a good thing because your homepage doesn't really speak to the advertising you're doing. So we know we can almost triple your conversions basically overnight by using a landing page that speaks exactly to what the person is going after. You have pages on your website, cooling, AC repair, maintenance. You have the basic ones here. I don't see mini splits. There we go. Mini split. So you can even use this page as a landing page. And you even have it built to convert here. You need to run traffic from that's meant for this here. And then what you would do, instead of creating a whole new landing page, what you would do is use Google Optimize to take out the menu bar here. All these different call to actions here, you take all these out because they go to different pages. Let's see, this one, does this one go to, yes, it goes to a contact page. So get rid of all the total menu there, everything that links out. You can keep the images, but you just want to get rid of the menu. This is a decent page for mini splits as well. I would have a couple more reviews here. I wouldn't go out to the client testimonials page. I just have a couple more reviews on this page and then have people convert. So use this page as your landing page for ductless, especially if you're advertising from Google Ads. People are going to your homepage and usually they get confused why they went there, especially if it's not a branding campaign. So Google Optimize is definitely something you want to use. Make sure your ads are going to the right landing page. Then your Google homepage looks pretty good. The only problem is you don't have a branding campaign. So you can see here at the bottom, if they spent a little more money, they'd be at the top, taking away your search traffic for your organic listings. And I know you're probably thinking that people don't click on, if they are searching for you, why would they click on an ad? Well, it's because the ad's compelling and it does take away search traffic. So it takes probably about 25% of the way of the search traffic you should be going after. Down here is not going to take away 25%. Down here might take away 5-10% max, but it's still taking away search traffic from you because people are bidding on your keywords. So it just might not be the right time of day. San Diego, you're 3 hours behind, so it's still 7 a.m., so it's not really that busy right now. So they might have a modifier not spending that much money on the off hours, but you definitely want to brand a campaign. It's going to give you probably about 25% back in your search traffic. Your Google homepage looks good. 5-star reviews pretty much everywhere, which is great. And reviews like this, you can't really curate Angie's List reviews, so that's awesome that you're taking care of your customers. Awesome to see. Your website does not have a Facebook page built in and installed, so that's a problem, especially if you want to retarget people who've been to your advertising. You spent the big money from Google Ads getting them to your website. you need to spend a little money getting them back to your website with retargeting. Your Facebook page isn't updated at all, it doesn't look like. Maybe it's just a typo, or I don't know. 3 people like, 4 people follow. So it doesn't look like you push this page at all, which is okay. You don't need to. But if you're going to advertise, it does help to have a little organic presence on Facebook. We've advertised on Facebook before without any organic presence like this, but people will message your page and say, hey, are you guys still in business? Even though I see your advertisements. I love the family photo, but I would get rid of that for advertising. I would have your logo inside there. And having a retargeting campaign on Facebook is going to be important. You can use retargeting anywhere, but Facebook's the easiest to set up, easiest to get started. And it takes the lowest amount of traffic to get started. Retargeting campaign, you take about 20% of your overall marketing budget, use it towards retargeting, and that's going to get you about double the amount of leads coming in over the month, even with taking away money from cold traffic, because people have already been to your page. It's like sending out a design to someone's page, giving them an estimate on a mini split, and then never following up with that person. You would never do that in your business. You shouldn't do that with your advertising, and that's basically what you're doing now. You're sending people to your homepage, expecting them to figure out how to get in contact with you, and then if they don't, you never follow up with them. So that's not a good thing. You can follow with them on YouTube, Display, Facebook, pretty much anywhere on the internet through the Google Display Network. And I like Google retargeting better than Facebook, but Facebook's is the easiest to get started with. A lot of times contractors don't have the search volume, the keyword volume in their ad accounts to actually make retargeting viable for them. You need about 1,000 visitors. Well, let's say a month, because retargeting, you don't want to do it past that, but a month. And usually in your campaigns, you don't have that unless you have some type of other display or YouTube marketing going into it. So Facebook is usually the least expensive and the easiest to use. Plus, you don't have to send them back to a landing page. You can have them submit their information directly on Facebook with a lead form. So that's another benefit of Facebook. Anyway, I'll go through it again. Use advertising that's directed towards what you're advertising for. So your keyword is ductless heating and cooling. You don't say ductless anywhere on your advertising, which is probably decreasing your ad rank for this keyword if you are advertising for this keyword directly. If you're not, then get it out of your campaigns by using keyword pruning, taking out the keywords that don't matter, leaving the ones that do. Don't advertise directly to your homepage. Advertise to a landing page. At best, at worst, advertise to the page on your website that is relevant to the advertising you're doing. So this is ductless. Advertise to a ductless page. Use Google Optimize to take away the header, all the links, the footer. The menus here. You can leave the header and the footer, but take away the menu bar. You don't want that people clicking on your advertising and then clicking around your website and then getting lost, forgetting why they got there, and then leaving. That happens a ton. If you have something like Hotjar, Crazy Egg installed to your website, those are heat mapping softwares and video tracking softwares, so you can see which your visitors are actually doing your website. You'll see that most of the people probably, I could probably say, almost 100% of the people on your website are probably going here, clicking around, and leaving because you don't have a landing page built. Usually, about 3% of the market is interested in getting your service right now. That's higher with Google search traffic going to your website, but then you're not converting them when they get there because you don't have a landing page built. So that'd be the big one. Number 2, actually that'd be number 3. Number 4 would be retargeting. Targeting people with Facebook is going to be the easiest way to get started. Install the Facebook Pixel on your website to do that. But the Facebook Pixel is going to pick up people who have been to your website, and then it's going to retarget them on Facebook to show them advertising about what they have seen on your website. So you have to build. Everything has to be custom built inside Facebook to retarget, but you can do that pretty simply by having installation pictures. Usually work the best by having those done. Put them in Facebook for whatever service you're offering on Google. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully you take this and use it and make more money with it. And we'll talk to you soon.